Well, I've had a chance to get back to work on the 63 Chevrolet Impala, and the weather's been nice and I've been able to get a little bit of time to do some work on it. I'm doing one of these tedious tasks. I'm having to replace that piece of metal that holds the weather stripping along the edge of the trunk opening. This is one of those things where a journey of 1,000 miles begins with only one step. I got to keep reminding myself that because this is very tedious, time consuming. And you can work and work on it and you don't really see much results. I got this piece of metal here off of a 64 Chevrolet Impala out of the wrecking yard. There wasn't any 63s that had decent metal left. This wasn't rusty, but it was bent up quite bad. And I have been hammering and beating on it and I've got it pretty straight. I've still got to straighten up that edge down there. But I've got it going all along this quarter and along the package tray back there. Replaced all that metal and I've still got to replace it here. I got lucky with this car. The metal that's here on the top of my quarter panel is pretty solid. It was the metal that actually holds the weather stripping that was really rusty on this car. This is the piece of metal I got for this side, for the off the 64. It's very bent up, but actually this side is not as bad as that other side was as far as straightening. This will be a lot easier. It was all that was available that wasn't rusty. This is my metal out of the 62 Chevy. I've separated it. It's real solid, but it's not the right contours that I need. It's been really good to be able to work on this without the trunk floor in it, because I can see how things are lining up from the angle of being inside the trunk. I'll show you. So I can close the trunk and I can see how well my lines are going to be. Kind of helps. When I was using this 62 Chevrolet metal, I took that corner piece and stuck up in there and I had it screwed in there, but it was darn near touching the edges of this trunk. I've got to replace that metal. I'll have to get that one new. As soon as I get all this put in, then I can proceed with replacing the trunk floor. I can't wait to be through with this tedious job. Like I said, I get through it with the old saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with only one step. Somehow or another I'll get there. I'm just glad to be able to have weather good enough to be able to work on this car again.